Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Another day, another rebirth. I hope all is well. I hope you're loving yourself, and I hope you're letting yourself be loved. And if you are properly loving yourself, then you, my dear, are listening to your body. And maybe you have not been listening to your body, and maybe that is why you're looking at this video. I had a little incident um the other day where I was boiling water and I was taking the pot of water to the sink and I tripped over my pant leg. I'm always tripping on long sweats. You would think someone who's always doing this wouldn't wear long sweats or her boyfriend sweats anymore. So I tripped and the water went everywhere and it splashed right on my thigh. Luckily, I didn't feel any pain at the time, but I looked down and I saw my skin melting off like the Wicked Witch on Wizard of Oz. And I was like, oh my God. First, I called my boyfriend. I was like, oh my God, you have to come home. I was so surprised how calm I was, but I was a flight attendant, so I was taught how to operate in emergency settings, environments, or whatever. So the paramedics came and they was like, ouch, that looks really bad. Do you want to come with us? We need to give you pain medicine because you're gonna start feeling it. But if we give you the pain medicine, you're gonna have to come with us and you can't wait on your boyfriend. So I went with them, whatever. And I ended up seeing someone that I used to know, used to love at the hospital. This is so crazy. All so crazy because I had been feeling this person thinking about me, and the person messaged me a couple days before this incident. And this is all going to make sense why I'm talking about the incident and this person and how it's feeling because we're talking about listening to our body, right? And what that incident taught me is that I should slow down because I was moving too fast when I was dealing with that water. Now I'm out of work for a whole week. Longer than that, maybe if I go back to the doctor and they tell me to sit down. Um, but yeah, I'm out of work, and I'm figuring things out and I'm being forced to sit down and listen to spirit and actually spend time at my altar, which I haven't been doing the way that I should have been doing, and listening to my intuition, all the thoughts that I've been feeling. Crazy enough, this happened on the night of the full moon. So I like to joke with my friends that I was marked. And I am officially the baddest witch in the land because I was marked under the full moon under Aries fire moon. And now I am a burn victim. It's funny, but it's not because, like, I'm telling y'all, showers feel like hell. Yeah, I feel like I am being placed in hell for the short amount of time that I'm in the shower, but I have to clean it because it has to heal. And I can barely walk. I haven't even started my medication because they said it's gonna make me sleepy, but I don't want to rest. But look, this whole incident probably happened because I don't want to rest and want to sit down because I ain't gonna lie, I was letting my new job work me a little bit too hard. And now creator is like, well, what you gonna do now? So to bring back up the whole shit shindig or whatever, I'm trying to think of a word that I saw a person that I used to love and I still love them. But not in that way. So it goes to show that my body always knows what's going on because I had messaged my friend was like, I'm gonna see her soon. She's gonna message me soon, and all of the above happened in the span of 2 days. And you be knowing, I be knowing, you be knowing. You feel me, twin? We be knowing, and you have to trust your body to know how you feel about certain things and how you feel about certain people, right? I saw a video the other day talking about anxiety and Anxiety is a feeling of its own, not to say that it's always something underneath. Well, you know, we have the causes of anxiety, but it is a feeling of their own. I'm saying this because some people like to do this with anxiety and anger, right? When they say, "Oh, you're not really angry. You just feel is just sadness transmuting to rage, and now you're angry." But anger and anxiety are things on their own. Yes, other things may cause it, but they should be taken seriously as individual feelings. But I was seeing a video, I saw a video about how a therapist was like, usually, a lot of times, anxiety is like when you're letting people disregard your boundaries and your feelings and disrespect your boundaries and you're angry, but you haven't quite grown into anger yet because you don't realize you're supposed to be angry. So you're anxious and you're nervous. There's a great quote, and I may misquote it, but it's basically saying that anger is like your best friend. Anger is like the greatest form of self love, right? Because your body, your brain is telling you that something is pissing me off. Something is disrespecting me, and I have to get the F from around this. You have to learn to listen to that. Even when you're anxious, I used to have this friendship where I would just be so jittery around her. Like it would be like butterflies, but more like rats in my stomach. And I would ignore that. I would ignore everything. And I was like, maybe I should just meditate more. Every time I was around her, I felt iffy. And she ended up doing some wild shit, disrespecting me and whatnot. I'm saying this because if you were an abused child, a neglected child, or the scapegoat in your family, you've been taught to ignore your nervous system, to ignore your intuition, all the above, just so the abuse and the abusers could survive. Because if you had listened to your body, then you would have been able to stand up to yourself, stand up for yourself. And the abusers, they don't want that. The negative energies, they don't want that. To stop gaslighting yourself so you can stay out of these environments and from around these people that harm you. And sometimes we don't even feel it in the physical yet, right? We don't even feel that nervousness. But these thoughts run across our minds. We have these dreams that consume us, and they repeat and repeat until we apply it into the physical realm, right? We are so connected to nature. Nature will sometimes tell you things. You ever think about how birds know when a big storm is about to come? They have their senses. And we watch them and we watch them fly. And we're like, okay, something is about to happen. The birds even feel this. We have those same connections to nature. And a lot of us have forgotten about them because now we city girls and city boys and removed from the nature and the countryside that we once used to thrive. Um, I'm in the wine industry, right? And my mentor was telling me how people discovered that we had taste buds on the top of our mouths as well, and how women, biological women, have more whatever senses that allow you to smell, have more olfactory. I don't know the word, but he was telling me that, and I was like, wow. Do you think it's because women had to smell people in danger? And he was like, of course. It's because yes, the men were out hunting, but the women were gathering the food and they had to sense what was poisonous and what was not. And the healers and shamans in the community had to smell the sickness on people. They had to sense it. They have more senses to do those things. And you don't think that we still have those powers? We may have been separated from those powers because of colonization and Western science making indigenous folk feel like we're crazy. But you should always listen to your body. Even if your mama be like, something don't feel right, listen to her. Listen to her. You ain't gotta listen to her all the time because some of us were raised by worry warts, but that's why you should have your own system of discernment and intuition. And you form that by listening to your body more and more and more. The common cold, like people say there's no cure, da 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 da, you just gotta let it run its course, right? Yeah, but have you ever just sat and thought about the times that you acquired the common cold? Were you stressed? Were you under a lot of pressure? Don't kill me. But when it comes to like minor illnesses, I believe that they manifest in the spirit first. Um, Maybe not even minor because there was a research done that breast cancer, right? Um, People who had mother wounds were more susceptible to breast cancer. And that's when I started healing. Cause look, that run in my family. And mother wounds do too. But like I was saying, the common cold, right? Comes when you're stressed, when you're neglecting yourself, and you're neglecting your spiritual care, your spiritual hygiene. It comes to sit you down. It comes when you're not listening to your body. It comes when you're not meditating, when you're not eating right. And yeah, like I was saying, like even dreams, like you can be warned several times in a dream. And you might be the type of person that you want to wait and see what it's talking about. And your body, your brain is working so hard in overtime that you are resting. You are in REM sleep, and your body is still warning you about something or someone. Stop sacrificing yourself just so you can figure out what happens. Stop being that type of person. You gonna learn one way or the other to say, hey, I trust myself and I trust my gods. And I trust that there is a metaphysical realm and a physical realm, and they're all working together at once. And my body, my flesh prison, allows me to feel those things because I have a soul. And the soul and the intuition helps that manifest in the physical. It's really crazy how everything is so connected. I'm not one of those people that's like, okay, um, you broke your leg because demons out to get you. No, you probably broke your leg because you were moving too fast and skipping over steps. And not only do you skip over steps in the physical realm, you probably do that when it comes to your ideas, when it comes to projects, when it comes to relationships. Slow down. Your body's talking to you. That little ache that and pain that you get every time you bend over, your body's talking to you. That trapped gas in your stomach and in your back, your body is talking to you. That's up to you to figure out what it's saying. But you let some things, some issues in the spiritual realm, you caught a spiritual sickness and you ignored it and you allowed it to manifest in your physical. Like, I'm not one of those Dr. Sebi ass people, but I know what I know and I feel what I feel. And I'm just here to tell you and guide you towards your truth. Don't be that person that has a little itch and lets it turn into a rash. And I'm also throwing the hint, pay attention to what runs in your bloodline. Because no bloodline just has a thing for a disease. You feel me? Cancer does not run in your bloodline. However, maybe ignoring your health, ignoring your spiritual wounds, eating bad does. Maybe the black men in your family are scared to go to the doctor, so they let things grow inside of their bodies. Maybe abuse runs rampant, and that's why you have gut issues, because we know that people that have a lot of childhood trauma have really bad gut issues and IBS. That's how a lot of IBS manifest. Yes. And it could depend on your spiritual guides. I don't know how, but phone almost died. I don't know how, like I was saying, but apparently children, oh yeah, asthma is a big thing for us. And she's the mother of the first and the last breath. And I'm so asthmatic. You can't even spray no cleaning, like no Windex around me without me. I don't know. Some things we don't know. And another thing, you may not be listening to your taboos. You may not have like a formal reading or ceremony or ritual where a priest or a godparent tells you that these are your taboos, but you know, you know what you don't supposed to be doing, and you do it every time that something end up happening. For me, I know that gambling is one of mine, because this is again listening to your body and the things around you. Whenever I try to make a parlay, I get this icky feeling in my body. Like, girl, you're not supposed to be doing this. I never win. I don't do it anymore. But I tried like five or six times, and I'm like, this may be a taboo because gambling runs in my family. And it might not be the actual gambling that runs in it, but something that they are missing in their core, in their heart. Maybe poverty mindset, where they don't believe that they can work their way to the top, and they're always depending on to win something by luck, because they don't believe, and they won't bet on themselves, but they'll bet on other things. I don't know. That may be it. But I get this icky feeling when I try to gamble, or someone around me tries to gamble, and I be like, you know what? Can't be around it. Ain't gonna do it. Nah. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to whatever your spirit, your soul is saying. Even when it comes to rituals, even your elders can recommend something for you and it makes you feel weird. Listen to that, because this lifetime, this life is about you, your body, your physical, your spirit, and your connection to God. And you're not going to level up in this life until you realize that and honor every part of you, yourself. I'm counting on you to stop gaslighting yourself, your pain, and how you sit with your pain, and how others make you feel, and how others constantly disrespect you and disregard your boundaries. I'm counting on you. I believe in you. I love you. Until next time. Peace.